So I was saying, what did you do to create an engaged community and not just a bunch of followers?
That's a really good question, bro. That's a really good question, because I think one of the things is I think being true to yourself makes people resonate with you.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? If I was just like putting out like a video and like showing my face in the beginning and then not actually saying anything, and I have some friends that are doing that and they're getting a lot of followers, but the problem that they're finding is that people aren't necessarily resonating with them as much as they just want to see the story at the end, and then it's hard to build something that is truly a brand.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to this episode of the Mogul Insider Podcast. Today, I'm sitting down with my boy Chris over here. What's going on, dude? How are you?
I'm good, Adam. How you doing, buddy?
Chilling. I'm glad we got connected on this. So before we get started, actually, guys, I want to let you know, recently I started interviewing a couple of TikTok influencers because I'm starting to dabble into the platform, and I find it so interesting how quick growth is. I mean, my boy over here went from 0 to 1 million followers in 5 months.
5 months, 5-6 months, yeah.
You started December 5th, and right now it's May 12th, and you actually just recently hit 1.1.
1.2 yesterday.
1.2 now. Oh, you're going up by the days, man. That's crazy.
That's it. Man. It's crazy.
Thank you for hopping on the show, and I look forward to getting talking with you. So let's get started by tell the viewers and the listeners, who are you? What are you about? You know, who is this new kid on the block that came out of the blue, and then we'll go.
Sure, bro. Sure. I mean, my story is a little bit unconventional, I think, because I've always been in the business industry, graduated civil engineering and business, hated civil engineering. This was back in 2013. And then I just started running my own businesses, failed. Like I really ate dust, basically. I ate dirt. And then started figuring things out in 2017, pulled my stuff together, started to open all these Shopify stores. So I had like an online presence, and I've been really lucky because I work from home all the time, and I have my staff, and now things are kind of more automated. So I have time to do this kind of stuff. So yeah, man, I started acting in 2018, just doing like lessons and stuff like that. And then in 2019, towards September-ish, which is last year, I started to get out there and do auditions. Happens is that I wanted to start building my online media platform. I wanted to start building my personal brand, and that's where TikTok comes in.
So you were telling me right now offline before we started, the reason why you wanted to build your personal brand so you can get more acting gigs, correct?
Exactly. I honestly, bro, I just wanted to build my Instagram feed. I don't know what the hell I can't be taking selfies all day for Instagram content. So I'm like, okay, I want to figure something out.
And tell us your story about how it all started, because I find that to be so insane how you had no intention of being on the platform, and it just accidentally came to life like that.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, it was freaking bonkers. So I'm heavily caffeinated. Caffeine hits me hard. 1 a.m., I'm taking a shower, just thinking about things, because I'm like, when I'm caffeinated, I'm not just awake, I'm wired and motivated to like do it. And at 1 a.m., it's kind of a weird time to have that. But anyways, taking a shower, thinking about what I want to do with myself, and how to build my Instagram content. I'm like, you know what? TikTok, I was watching TikToks for a while. I didn't start posting until December 5th, but I was watching. So I was like, you know, they have this cool green screen feature. I like telling stories. I know this really, really, really cool story about this guy that literally saved the world, stopped World War III from happening single-handedly. Crazy freaking story. I was like, you know what? Let me talk about that. Mm-hmm. All I want to do is I'm going to film it on TikTok and then post it around on Instagram. Perfect.
Hold up right there. You're going to film it on TikTok and post it on Instagram. Why?
Because there's no green screen feature on Instagram. So what do I have to do something. I'm not going to go and edit and do all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, they'll do it for me. Perfect. So I literally get out of the shower, start filming 1:30. And then I put out the part 1. It's a 2-part video. I put out part 1. I'm not expecting anything, bro. Part 2.
0 followers at this point.
0. Okay. Nothing. Completely new account, nothing.
Yeah.
So then I do part two, film part two, upload it. By the time I film part two and put it up, I have thousands of views on part one. I have followers. Like, I don't remember how many, 50, 100, 150. I don't know how many. I'm like, what the heck? What are
This
these?
was in a span of hours.
Bro, less than an hour, bro.
That's
Less than an hour. That's the thing about it, because I didn't understand how cool the For You page was. I didn't get it. And then I was like I was thinking, where the hell are these people coming from? I don't have any people following me, because Instagram,
Yeah.
for people to see your stuff, they have to follow you, right? So I'm like, this is bonkers. So I was freaking hyped, Adam, bro. I was going crazy. I was like, all right, perfect. Literally stay up till 10 a.m. that night. If you scroll down my TikTok,
Did
you'll
you
see.
ever post that on Instagram, bro?
I actually did.
Oh, you
I actually did post it, but bro, Instagram doesn't grow. The algorithm sucks.
Yeah, Instagram's hard right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate Instagram, bro. But well, I love Instagram. It's a love-hate thing for me. I'm my own thing with all that kind of stuff. But TikTok is good for new people. I always tell people, if they want to build their brand, it's much faster to build it on TikTok and help that audience move into something like YouTube, Instagram, whatever it might be.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Facts.
So that's kind of how it all started, bro.
And so you all of a sudden you became this guy who talks about stories. So, obviously 5-6 months is so short. I mean, like, we're seeing growth that I guess you haven't seen in years, because the last time we saw this kind of growth is back in 2009, 10, when like Instagram, YouTube, all those things were still popping off. When did the shift happen for you? When did you immediately start taking it seriously and started posting consistently, or what happened next?
Well, I was really lucky, because at that time, it was in December. Shopify stores do really well in December. I was able to not have to spend too much time on my businesses, so I had a lot of free time. So I have a customer service team. I have staff that handles everything, logistics, all that stuff. So I'm really, really lucky I have that set up. So I had time. I was like, I couldn't believe it, bro. When I started seeing it, I stayed up from 1 a.m. till 10 a.m. making videos. So you can literally see, I was dedicated at that point. So I basically was like, all right, perfect. Let me start putting 1 or 2 videos out a day. And then I started doing that. It took me a long time at first. I started to get better at it. Now it takes me between 20 to 60 minutes for each video. But I pretty much from the beginning was dedicated to it. I didn't understand how it worked. I didn't understand how to work the algorithm. But I just knew that if I just kept putting out good stuff, good things would happen. And I've always kind of believed in that. I've always believed in consistency. So once I saw it doing well, I was like, there's potential here. Let me push it a bit farther.
So it's interesting that you say that, because you kind of come from a background that's already has created discipline for oneself because of the businesses you've built and things like that. Mm-hmm. What are some, for people who are going to start on TikTok right now, but don't necessarily know how to go about it or where to start and when to get going, what's the top 3 pieces that you think that if they followed it, it would allow them to at least create that consistency?
Okay. So one of the biggest things, everyone always says it, but it's true. Don't try to copy someone else, because someone else is already doing it. And it's a lot harder for you to build a following when they already know someone else is doing it and someone else has been doing it for a lot longer. Mm-hmm. So that's one of the biggest things. Find something that you love doing and just do it and just be yourself. Because at the end of the day, I don't know, man. At first when I was younger, I used to be so shy. I was a shy kid when I was younger. I didn't get out of my shell and stuff like that until I was a little bit older. And then I started to realize that I have a really good set of friends that, it's like that saying, those who care don't matter and those who matter don't care. I think about that a lot. So for me, it's I am who I am. I'll say whatever I want. People can hate whatever. I just don't give a crap about what everyone else is saying. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always pretty well confident in who I am. So whenever I put out stuff, it's super just me being myself, and people have seemed to resonate with that. So that's the second thing. And the first thing, honestly, learn how to work the algorithm. And the biggest thing about the algorithm is watch time, in my opinion. The more I get people to watch till the end of my video, the more likely that video is to go viral. So one of the biggest things for people that are coming out is watch time. I always tell people, if I could tell you just one piece of advice, it'd be watch time. And good lighting. Good lighting is important too, but watch time is the biggest thing.
And what have you done to, what are some things that maybe you can teach us that you've done to keep that retention going? from your
Okay, so that's a good question. If you see like, okay, for example, I just put out a video today of this guy who's literally, he was at work and his hand went through a machine. He basically lost all the skin on his hands, the tops of his fingers, all of his veins. It's freaking disgusting. And then the doctor immediately he literally sewed his hand into his stomach to preserve it. You have to keep it there for 42 days. And then they took it out. They took out the skin from his leg, put it on his hand. Now his hand is literally like a boxing glove. It's crazy. Now I could have said the story the way I just said it, but what I wanted people to get to the end of that story. So instead of just saying the story the way I said it, I said, I basically pointed to the thing so I can show that this is freaking weird. Someone's hand is in his stomach, that the picture is real, and wait till the end to see how his hand looks when he took it out. And so by just saying that part, I basically got people to stay in, not just from the beginning, but they actually want to see what happens at the end. Because if they see a picture, they'll be like, all right, cool. Like, that's a weird way to live. It sucks, but it doesn't mean I have to watch the whole 30 seconds, 50 seconds, whatever, right? But by just putting in that little nugget in the beginning saying, wait till the end to see how it looks because it's crazy. People are going to want to see how it looks. And it is crazy. And I follow through on that promise. It looks freaking crazy.
Yeah. So basically, what I'm hearing from you is don't give all your golden nuggets within the first 5 seconds. Make sure to really spread it out throughout your video, correct?
Basically, start off with a bang and end off with a bang. That'll get people going. And promote that bang at the end in the beginning.
Okay, it's all right. Start off with a bang, end with a bang, and promote the bang in the beginning. All right, that's cool.
Exactly. Like I'm saying, the ending has to be good, but the beginning has to be good too. Those are the two most important parts of the whole thing. You know?
So, do you do 15-second, 60-second videos? Does that matter?
Dude, I cannot squeeze my stories into less than 60 seconds, bro. Like, it's so hard because I type out my stuff before I say it. I don't just wing it. I type it out. I kind of I have like my notepad or whatever on my computer. I know pretty much how much is going to be about 60 seconds. And if it's looking long, you can kind of tell my videos I'm rushing things. Like, I have to fit it in 60 seconds. But I found that my most viral video was 40 seconds.
Tagline is keep up, right?
So keep up. That's it. Sometimes you got to keep up because I go fast. It's funny because that's literally how it started. I had to say a story, want to do it in one part. I literally was like, so keep up. I literally meant it. Truly, I'm going to go freaking fast. And then it just stuck. I was like,
freaking perfect. Thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love, like, people that are like supporting me are like freaking amazing, man. They literally, like, if I don't say so keep up in the comments, they'll say, I don't get it. Are we supposed to keep up or not? Like, they're amazing. I appreciate it. But that's why I respond to all my Instagram DMs, as many comments as I can, because I just, like, I love it, man. It's crazy to me.
Yeah. And then when you started acquiring these hundreds of thousands of followers, how'd you keep up, and what did you do to create a community around that and not just a bunch of emptiness? Because there's a lot of brands, but their engagements is trash, you know. And so when it
sorry, Adam, you gotta give me a second here, buddy. I just dropped some.
No, you're good. You dropped coffee?
Yeah, it's not hot. It's not hot, but just give me a second.
All right,
I'm good though.
Commercial.
It was cold by now.
Huh? A little commercial break from a sponsor.
Yeah, exactly. Right there. We're back, buddy. We're back. Sorry, can you repeat that question?
Yeah, so I was saying, what did you do to create an engaged community and not just a bunch of followers?
That's a really good question, bro. That's a really good question, because I think one of the things is I think being true to yourself makes people resonate with you. You know what I mean? If I was just like putting out like a video and like showing my face in the beginning and then not actually saying anything, and I have some friends that are doing that and they're getting a lot of followers, but the problem that they're finding is that people aren't necessarily resonating with them as much as they just want to see the story at the end, and then it's hard to build something that is truly a brand, right? People can just watch they don't care about the person. So by me speaking and just being myself, that's one of the big things. And also, honestly, communication. Bro, I respond to so many comments. I literally have spent like hours at a time responding to comments. Instagram DMs, I respond to so many Instagram DMs because I know that it's not about the millions of followers. It's about the really strong core followers. And I feel like I just want to do my part to get those really, really strong core followers to want to follow me. For me, you know what I'm saying? It's like that I forget who said it exactly. It might have been Gary. I'm not sure exactly, but someone said it's like the rule of 1,000.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. I'm laughing because like anybody other than Gary Vee would say anything about social media anyway. So yeah, what I mean, I'm totally with you on that. I'm asking you that question because I'm actually shocked because my favorite part about my job is going on Instagram and responding to people. So it's like that's like the coolest part about all of it, and it's unfortunate because there's so many people who build a brand and you have like 50 comments and there's not a single response, and I'm like, why are you not engaging with your community? What's up with that?
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
People are taking the time out of their day to comment.
Yeah.
Like, I know sometimes you can't get to everybody, bro. Especially on TikTok, you can't get to thousands of comments per video. It's impossible. But to get to as many as you can, as people are seeing that you're being in touch with them, whether you didn't respond to their comment, it's fine because hopefully the next video they'll comment and that's one that you'll get to, you know. And I always try to respond to. I try to respond to as many as I can, but like I said, I spent hours, and not even on my most recent video. Sometimes I'll literally just randomly be on a video and then just open it and just start responding from like 3-4 weeks ago. People are like, "What the heck?"
It's the best.
The replies back on those comments are the best though. Like,
it's the best feeling, man. Like it's like it feels good because like you're actually doing something good, you know, and people are learning. Especially someone like you're producing educational content, so it's not like they're wasting time with you. They're actually learning something new. So, now in terms of your brand, how do you come up with your content ideas? Like, where do you Google? Or are you just a storytelling wizard?
Sorry?
Are you just a storytelling wizard?
Bro, I have like so many freaking stories, man. I've been reading for years. I've been watching videos on the internet for years. Like, that's the thing about me is I don't really even know what story I'm going to say that day. I'll wake up and I'll just think about things. I'll look at things and I'll just decide. I have a big list that sometimes I'll look at. But yeah, man, it's like I'm very fortunate because the way I produce content is not the same as the way other people produce content. Some people have to come up with something funny every day. And like, I like that, man. I love comedy. I love everything about comedy, but I don't see myself as someone that would every day think of something funny and hilarious that would go viral to do. You know, some people have that talent. And if you have that talent, bro, TikTok is the perfect environment for you.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily something that I wanted to do or I could see myself doing. But something like this where I love telling stories. I've always loved telling stories. I love to captivate people and fall through at the end, you know? So I read so much stuff, bro. I watch so many videos that every single day I'll be inspired by something and I'll just talk about it.
And what's the mindset that you think a creator needs to have getting onto a platform like this?
Consistency is key, right? Like all the big people, like if you see like the biggest people on TikTok, I'm talking like Charlie, Addison, they put out videos like 3 or 4 videos a day. They're still consistent. And they obviously have agents that are telling them this is what you got to do and stuff like that. But like at the end of the day, even if it's the same stuff, it's consistently posting, which is really, really important. People don't want to see that you haven't posted in a while. That's one of the biggest things. If you're getting on, just prepare to try putting out as much as you can. If you want to build a following, if you just want to have funny videos for you and your friends, who cares? Do whatever. But if you want to be a creator, you got to be consistent. Okay. It's one of the biggest things.
Consistency is key to this game. That's it, really, right?
Consistency and learn how to get people to watch the whole video.
Which eventually will happen once you're producing 2-3 a day. So I'm curious, do you recommend that, you know, somebody posts quantity over quality or quality over quantity, or try to do both, like in the middle?
There's different, I've seen different things. So some people say you should do videos specifically to get you followers on the For You page. And then, so you should do like 50% videos for the For You page to get new followers, and then 50% for your followers. Sorry, do you have me?
Yeah, I got you. You're here.
Okay, cool. Let me just plug this guy in. And then followers on your, videos for your followers to speak on who you are as a person. You know what I mean? So there are those two different thoughts. I personally say make everything go viral, because your followers are following you because you're putting out good stuff. But in the same time, I do every once in a while, I'll have like a video of me like doing one of those, those fun filters.
Mhm.
Like I'll do videos like that every once in a while just because it's fun, because why not? And that does show me off as who I am, like a different side of my personality. But then I save a different side of personality for Instagram and stuff like that too.
So just be true to yourself, really. That's all it really is.
Dude, that's in my opinion. I think that's the key in building a brand in general.
Yeah.
Is to just be yourself, bro. I mean, you have a huge following on Instagram.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you deal with that stuff all the time. I'm sure you'd probably say something similar, right?
No, 100%. It's the same game. Like a lot of these questions I'm asking you, I kind of already know the answers to. It's just that I don't. This is about the viewer and making sure that we deliver the most value to her.
For sure.
It's in branding for sure is really about, like, you nailed it right on the spot. I mean, in any social media platform, the rules have never changed. It's just that attention and how you get that attention has changed and evolved.
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah, but the 100%. Concept of a brand has always been the same. Be who you are. I mean, that's why I do part like for example, I've actually when I was like 12, I started a YouTube channel and started doing pranks.
Okay.
Yeah. Pranks, and then one of my videos got like 15,000 views. At that time, I was like, oh shit. Like,
at that age, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm the next big thing, right? But I realized that I can't be consistent with that. Like, I couldn't wake up every day and think of a freaking idea or a video. So I stopped that. And then I decided to get into other things. I've always tried to create something, right? And then once I turned 18, 19, I think something hit me in the face where I was like, you know what? Stop trying to be like someone else and just be you. Like, what do you enjoy doing, For
real, 100%.
Yeah, and so that's where the podcast came to life, and I freaking enjoy the shit out of it. It's my method of creating content. And what's funny is I built an entire business around it. And
that's amazing, bro.
It comes like, I agree with you when it comes to like brand building. Like, you will only succeed if you're true to yourself. Like
100%.
If you go after the views and you go after if you go after the views, you're gonna screw up your creativity. That's what I believe. And then if you go after if you go after what other people think is right, you're never going to create good content. Like, that's just with the facts, man.
Yeah, because other people they should do their own things. What do you think is right? Because what you think is right is what you can do consistently.
Like, I can make people laugh when I'm talking just naturally, just like from the Middle Eastern vibe I am. Like, I'm sure the same for you. But I can't. I'm not an entertainer. I never was.
Yeah. I feel you, man. I'm similar. Like, in terms of, like, I'm not gonna go and start doing stand-up comedy.
Where are you from, by the way?
I'm Egyptian.
It's so funny that you're Egyptian as a storyteller. You guys are like, that's what you guys do ever since like forever ago, man. It's just now you're
straight up, bro.
That's hilarious. Yeah, no,
straight up. My uncle's good at telling stories. I think that's probably where I got part of it from.
In general, man, like, you sit down. I'm sure like the late night sessions with the family and like the crazy stories you listen to.
Crazy stories, bro. Yeah. I love it, man. I love those nights.
100%. So what does it look like for you now in the next? I mean, dude, I'm not even gonna say 5 years. I'm starting to ask people like 12 months, man, because things are moving so fast. Like,
yeah, bro, you can't plan 5 years anymore. Everything is changing.
I do like 12 months. I do 6 month plans, to be honest.
100%, bro.
12 is like, I even think 6 is too much. Like, I think for me, 4 to 5 is like pushing it. But
bro, well, honestly, man, these days, like, you never know. People blow up. People get like 200,000 followers on TikTok in like a month. Like, it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
What can happen on that app. Have you noticed it become
no. And some people are saying that they found it a lot harder. I actually haven't. And I think a big part of it is because I'm really, really focused on working the algorithm. And I know that there's a lot more creators on TikTok now. And there's also a lot more eyes on TikTok now. So there's a lot more content being pushed out, but there's a lot more people watching it. Everyone's in quarantine. People are at home. TikTok is like the thing, Yeah. So everyone's on it. Which means that, yeah, there are more creators, but there's also more people watching. So what you just got to do is you just got to keep working the algorithm, keep staying consistent, and put out good stuff. I haven't found it honestly harder. I found a lot of people complaining, but I personally don't. I never like to look at, you know how it is, man. I mean, you own your business. I mean, if we just try to complain about all this stuff all the time, we wouldn't really get anywhere. You know, we got to look at ourselves and see, you know, put the blame on us, whether it's good, whether it's bad, you know?
Can't blame external factors, for sure. So what does it look like for you the next 6 months? What are you trying to do with your brand now?
Yeah. So, bro, honestly, man, I'm still staying consistent. So it's funny because people always used to ask me, you know, what's your goal on TikTok? How many followers do you want to have? I was like, I don't have a goal following for how many followers I want. I don't care about that. My goal is to put out 1 to 2 pieces of content a day, you know? So I've always had that as my goal. I know followers will come from that, but I don't have any specific like follower goals. But what it looks like for me is I'm going to be working on some merch. I'm coming out with merch soon. Trying to find like the right designers. I have some friends helping me out, which are awesome with this stuff. So that's going to be good. And I'm going to be monetizing a bit more, but I'm finding the balance, you know. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to be finding the balance between it, but still my goal is still 1 to 2 videos a day. But I'm going to up the monetization. And honestly, like my goals in TikTok have always been the same. I know if I stay consistent, I'll be good. You know, I want to
gigs. Is still that a thing, or
what?
Are you still trying to book gigs for acting or?
Oh yeah. So if we're talking about acting, then that's different. I don't even
that's
know
why
what's
you
going
started,
on.
So
yeah. It's actually funny. Yeah, it's funny
Yeah.
that's how it came up. Yeah, bro. I have movies coming out this year.
Okay.
I've been in 5 movies and a TV show, and all of them were set to come out this year, and all of them are getting pushed because of Corona. It's kind of annoying, but whatever. It is what it is. Things have slowed down, bro. Like there's no auditions. There's some online ones, which I have done, but I've kind of slowed down on that too. I'm kind of waiting. But bro, like I'd love to move to LA in the next year or two, and do some work down there. I've been really itching to go. So we'll see. That's kind of where I want to take things. But in the same way, I never set a goal for like, for example, I don't know how you do it, but I don't necessarily try to set goals for how much money I want to make or whatever like that. I always have a target, and then my goals are what I can do every single day to get there. You know?
I think for me, this is actually a recent shift that's happened. I mean, I think like everyone goes through the same growth and process when they start anything. They first start with the materialistic shit because that's what, you know, kicks the brain to go, wait, I should do it. And
exactly.
And then as you start to do it, it really starts to become more of like what I love to do. So like the way I look at my goals, like I was just discussing it today morning actually, and I was saying that money is a tool that allows you to do what you love at a massive, bigger capacity. And the more money you have, the more you're able to do what you love. And so like the way I think of it for me is the more money I have will directly correlate with how much content I can produce.
Absolutely.
Because, you know what I'm saying? Because like you're producing TikTok, but like imagine you want to get to a point where you're pushing content on every single platform every single day. You're going to need a team, you know?
100%.
Yeah, and
100%.
so that team is going to cost you. And then, and so I know the cost comes the requirement for money. And so it really depends. The way I look at it for everyone that's listening, the way I look at it is more of so like what you got to, here's the quote that I think that changed my life. Surround your job around your lifestyle and not your lifestyle around your job.
True. 100%.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. And that's why I think
more.
Entrepreneurial venture is the coolest thing because you get to do that.
Exactly.
And it's kind of different.
And we're lucky because the way we're doing it is, you know, makes us happy. It's not like we went out, just started something, bought ourselves a job. Because I find like a lot of people that start a business, they're basically buying a job, which is tough because that's not what it's meant to be. You know, exactly what you're saying. You know what your lifestyle is. You build something around what you want to do, how you want to be.
Dude, and what a time to be alive where like you can make money off of telling stories.
Bro, it is a amazing time to be alive, bro. Anyone listening, there's opportunities out, infinite amounts of opportunities out there. Making money is not like it used to be, bro. Making money is not like it used to be.
I think there's an abundance of money and you just got to be smart about how you approach it. And I swear to God, For me, I didn't start making money until I for real was genuine with who I am. Because when I
Mhm.
first started the podcast, the funny thing is I didn't recognize how I could monetize. I was like, how am I supposed to monetize this? Like, this is a cool thing that I'm doing, and I'm doing
Uh-huh.
it. And what's weird is I was doing it really well, really fast. Like, I got really good guests, thankfully, with God's help and everything. But I was pretty quick at it, but I didn't recognize the opportunity. And so I actually screwed myself over. And I stopped doing it for like a couple months because I was like, you know what? I'm going to go focus on building a business. And what I did was I tried to create a job around my life. I tried to create my lifestyle around my job, which is the problem, right? And so
Mhm.
I screwed up. I honestly made a big mistake. And it wasn't until like 2 months ago where like my head went, dude, wake up. You're not like, what happened was I wasn't hitting my goals. I wasn't satisfied. I wasn't happy. Nothing about my job was fun. Like I was kind of like, what am I doing? Like, and I felt stressed out. I didn't feel motivated to wake up and get to work. And I'm like, okay, there's a problem here. And,
Absolutely.
and so what I recognize is I need to go back to my roots. And we're both, me and you are very similar. We're both creators.
Mhm.
We enjoy creating in different formats. And
Absolutely.
I think that's the biggest thing, man. But hey,
Mhm.
Chris, I appreciate you for hopping on here and your time and just sharing your story. And I look forward to seeing you crush it, dude.
Absolutely. And you too, man. I can't wait to see you on TikTok.
Dude,
Gotta let me know when it's
I'm
out.
gonna start tomorrow.
That's it. You gotta let me know.
Dude, I'm gonna be on it. I'm gonna be on it quick. I'm gonna be up and coming, baby. Let's go.
Let's go, bro. You know what it is? 1 million in 6 months. You got it. I know you got it, bro.
Bro,
Gotta keep putting out the content.
I mean, I don't have a number goal, but I think 1 million by the end of the year would be pretty sweet. That'd be cool.
It's sweet and it's reasonable, bro. It's reasonable. Well, the way it works on TikTok is insane. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. You're obviously killing it, and I love it. And also, you have a kind of an audience already on Instagram, which will be
Yeah.
able to help you kind of kickstart things a little bit too, which is freaking sick.
Yeah,
So,
no, 100%,
good.
dude. I appreciate you so much for hopping on here. And
Absolutely, man. It's my pleasure.
let's end it with this. If you were to give your best piece of advice in one sentence, what would it be?
My best piece of advice for anything in general, for life in general.
Man, yeah, just anything. Best piece of advice that you've learned in your life that, is subconsciously your North Star.
Can I end it with a story?
Sure.
Okay, I don't know how much time we have, but this is one of my favorite stories of all time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Straight out of the book called The Alchemist. Have you read it?
I have not read The Alchemist, but I've heard of it, yes.
Dude,
I've
read that book like 8 times. One of my favorite books of all time. So here's a story. Starts off with a farmer and his son. Okay,
Yeah.
They live in a land with a king that lives in a castle, and the farmer tells the son to go up to speak to the king because the king also happens to be the wisest person alive. He's full of wisdom, wisest person of the land. So son says, okay, no problem. Starts going up to the castle. He gets to the castle. They let him in. There's a big party. The king is very busy with a bunch of other people. But then the son finally gets a chance to go and speak to the king. And his father asked him to ask one question. What is the secret to happiness? So the son asks the king, what is the secret to happiness? And the king goes, you know what? I don't really have time to explain that right now, but here's what I want you to do. Take the spoon. He gives the kid a spoon, and then he puts drops of oil on the spoon. Okay? He says, look, walk around this castle, but just make sure, and come back to me after you've walked around. Make sure the drops of oil do not fall off the spoon. Kid goes, okay, all right. So he's walking around, staring at the spoon throughout the entire castle. Gets back to the king. King goes, he sees that the oil's still there. He's okay, great. So did you see the beautiful garden that the master gardener took 15 years to make? Kid's like, no. He's like, did you see the brilliant Persian rugs that we got imported that are worth millions? No. Did you see any of the beautiful art that we have? Any of the architecture? Kid's like, no, I've been looking at the spoon.
Yeah, bro.
You told me not to drop anything. I'm not dropping anything of the spoon.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, look, this time go around again. Don't drop it. Look around. Look at everything. Kid goes, okay. He gets a chance to look at the most beautiful things ever. And he focuses on it, and he loves it. He comes back to the king. King looks at the spoon. Drops of oil aren't there anymore. So the king goes, here's the secret to happiness. The secret to happiness is to see all the marvels of the world but never forget the drops of oil on the spoon.
Hmm.
And that to me resonates a lot because it goes, everyone kind of has their own spin on things. For me, it means a lot that the world is beautiful. There's so much to see, so much to do. Your lifestyle, like you said, is important, and you want to be able to enjoy everything. But at the same time, you can't forget your responsibilities and the things that are able to get you to where you want to go and the people that you have to take care of. You know, so there's that balancing act that's super important. And to me, I think that's probably the best piece of advice that I've ever read.
That was the dopest way to end the episode right there. That was
with a nice story.
Yeah,
bro, you gotta end up with a bang.
Hell yeah, I like it. But dude, we didn't give the warning for the bang in the beginning though.
Yeah, I know. I didn't expect it to come. So.
All right, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you so much for that. I definitely think that that I'm gonna think of that. That was pretty cool.
Check out that book, bro. Check out that book.
I'll check it out for sure. All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for popping on, my man.
Thank you, Adam. Much love. I'll see you later.
I see you.